Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawashi, Yahawashi, Makakodash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to all the brothers that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. All right, this is another lesson concerning a psalm speaking of Yahawashi, or a scripture in the Old Testament speaking of Yahawashi. I've did a couple lessons, scriptures that speak of something that Yahawashi fulfilled, or something that basically he fulfilled or did. So basically, fulfilled in the Old Testament. Which, if you go back to Matthew 5:17, he said he came not to destroy but to fulfill. So this is another one of those scriptures where it is written in the Old Testament, which Yahawashi went through. Okay, this is Psalm 69 and verse 9. It says, "For the zeal of thine house hath eaten me up, and the reproaches of them that reproach thee are fallen upon me." So if you go to the New Testament, to John chapter 2, verse, I'm going to start at verse, the point is verse 17, but I'm going to start at verse 13. It says, "And the Jews' Passover was at hand, and Yahawashi went up to Jerusalem, and found in the temple those that sold oxen and sheep and doves and changes of money sitting." So remember, the house is the zeal of thine house. It's talking about the Father's house. It's talking about the Father's house, his Father's house. And this is something that was very important to Yahawashi. This is verse 15. "And when he had made a scourge of smaller cords, he drove them all out of the temple, and the sheep and the oxen, and poured out the changes of money, and overthrew the table." So he was hot. Yahawashi was pissed. He was mad. He was mad. He was flipping over tables, kicking everybody out. Like, get the fuck, like, get out. That's the attitude that he was in, the spirit that he was in. He was angry, man. And he's gonna tell you why, and it's gonna obvious, man. But the point being, the zeal that was upon him, like he said, it had eaten him up. And when he went in there and seen that, he got mad, man. Verse 16 says, and said unto them that sold doves, "Take these things hence. Make not my Father's house a house of merchandise." And that's what many people do. They make the house of Yahweh a house of merchandise, man. A quick way to gain money. Verse 17, "And his disciples remembered that it was written, the zeal of thine house hath eaten me up." So, as you can see, Yahawashi the zeal had eaten him up, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing to be zealous for Yahawashi. I'm gonna just get this word zeal. Okay, it says passionate ardor in pursuit of an objective or course of action. So zeal, immaculation, eager, a noble passion, jealousy. So to seek, request, desire. So when Yahawashi seen all those merchants, they made his father a house, his father's house a house of merchandise. He got hot. He was very passionate about his father's house, and when he seen that, he got jealous. He had a great passion for his father's house. As you can see, a passionate ardor in pursuit of an objective or course of action. And the course of action that he did, according to his zealousness, he overthrew the tables and basically told them not to make his father's house a house of merchandise. As you can see, verse 16 says that in the scripture in Psalm 69 and 9 was fulfilled with this happening to Yahawashi, which was in the Old Testament. It's in the book of Psalms, for you Old Testament Israelites out there that don't believe, in Yahawashi. Ultimately, that's what it is. You say Old Testament this, Old Testament that. That means you don't believe in Yahawashi. You don't have faith in him. The script Yahawashi said you got faith of a mustard seed, you can move mountains, man. So as you can see, the proof was in the pudding. The scripture was fulfilled. This has been another lesson concerning, Yahawashi in the Old Testament in the book of Psalms also. So with that, I hope you brothers was edified, showing, hey, it's a good thing to be zealous for the Lord, man. Let me get another account. There was one in the book of, Numbers. Numbers 25. I'm going to start at verse 10. It says, Numbers 25 and 10. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, have turned my wrath away from the children of Israel, while he was zealous for my sake among them, that I consume not the children of Israel in my jealousy. Wherefore say, Behold, I give unto him my covenant of peace, and he shall have it, and his seed after him, even the covenant of an everlasting priesthood, because he was zealous for his God, and made an atonement for the children of Israel. So Phinehas was zealous for Yahweh's sake, and that caused Yahweh to turn away his wrath from the children of Israel. I'm not sure I remember what they did, or what he did, but I'm pretty sure it's in one of these books, whatever Phinehas had did, but the point being, he was zealous for the Lord, and the Lord delights in that. He was passionate for his God, and that's how we ought to be. Yahawashi was, he was passionate for his God, and we ought to come in the same spirit to be passionate for our God, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahawashi, be passionate and zealous for Yahweh Bashim Yahawashi. So with that, I'm not entitled this name Zeal, the zeal of the Lord, or something along those lines. But I'm gonna give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahawashi, Bashim Rakakodash. Double honors to my apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that teach and do this work in truth and sincerity. And shalom to all you brothers that are doing this work, including the elders, and are risking your lives and your freedom to do so, because that's very important, man. And that shows you how important this work is, and how serious, how serious this work is, man. And and it has a huge effect on the people that hear this, man.